Yo, yo, what's up? This your boy Devin G watches it all, and you already know, you just never know what I'm gonna upload. So today, we about to watch NASA and Elon Musk terrifying discovery on Mars that changes everything. You know, it seems like people are talking about Mars more and more every single day. I know back in the day, dog, you would hear little slight things about Mars, Martians and things like that, but it seems like now there just may be a possibility that you may find life on Mars, or them making it possible for humans to live on Mars. I'm not saying that I'm going to try to live on Mars, man, because I don't think it's safe. I say it sounds good, but you know what? If the government and the president move on Mars, I'm going to. They're going to protect him, man. Plus, two, I feel like anything that Elon Musk is attached to, it got to make sense because I think he's probably one of the smartest human beings on planet Earth. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. You may not like it, but that's just what I think. So, anyway, do your boy a favor if you feel like it, smash that thumbs up. If you're not a part of the fam, also do not forget that damn bell. So, anyway, without further ado, hope you guys enjoy my reaction. Let's get to it.
What do Elon Musk and NASA have in common? The two want to put humans on Mars. Musk wants to do so way faster than NASA, but the billionaire inventor has had to hit the brakes. This is because there is a massive discovery made by NASA on planet Mars that will affect his Mars colonization plans. What has NASA discovered on Mars? How will NASA's discovery affect Musk's plans? Join us as we explore how NASA just made a massive discovery on Mars that will change everything on Musk's plans.
I will say,
they say great minds think alike, which is why the brightest minds at NASA and SpaceX are pursuing the same goal of landing humans on planet Mars. However, the scale and timelines the two entities are working with are different. NASA wants to send a couple of astronauts to Mars in the 2030s, whereas Musk would rather dispatch much more people off to the red planet, if possible, tomorrow. However, Musk should...
You know something? One thing I will say about Elon Musk is that because he has so much money, he don't just use it for himself. He ain't selfish like all these other billionaires, man. I could be wrong, but from my perspective of Elon Musk, man, he wants to help people. You know, he's for the masses. What do you guys think about that?
Should really be paying attention to recent findings made by NASA on Mars because they directly affect his plans. Mars is an interesting planet and NASA has made enormous efforts to study it over the years. The space agency has sent a total of 5 rovers to Mars, including Sojourners, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. This has broadened our knowledge of the planet, but the more sophisticated NASA's rovers have become, the more it becomes clear that there is a lot more to learn about the planet. Of the 5 rovers, only 2 NASA rovers remain active, Curiosity and Perseverance. China has one rover too, named Zhurong. NASA does not yet have the capacity to send a human to Mars. This is because it doesn't have all the answers to the issues astronauts will face on the planet, including high levels of radiation, gravity problems, the long travel time to get there, and many more. And
Did they say what happened to the other 3 robots? Because they said 2 survived. So did the other 3, float off into space or what?
Doesn't even have the technology to bring them back home yet. However, rovers allow NASA to explore Mars at a relatively lower cost and at no risk to humans. Curiosity arrived on Mars in
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here. I have a check from
2012 as part of NASA's Mars Science Laboratory MSL mission. The rover still holds the record for the largest rover ever built in terms of size. While pictures may make it appear small, Curiosity is 10 feet or 3 meters long, 7 feet or 2.2 meters tall, and 2.7 meters or 9 feet wide. It is...
How did they get these rovers to Mars? They did not mention that astronauts went up there, dropped them off, and then came back home. Did they fly them off to Mars? Or what?
Similarly proportioned to an SUV. Since 2012,
Damn,
Curiosity has
huge.
been traversing the terrain of Mars. It has covered more than 16.8 miles or
That's basically the size
27.04
of an
kilometers
SUV.
at speeds of up to 100 feet per hour. But of course, it is not always moving. Unlike its predecessors that were kitted out with solar panels, Curiosity is equipped with a radioisotope power system that produces electricity from the heat of plutonium's radioactive decay. The rover can also take fabulous selfies. The main aspect of Curiosity's
Fabulous
mission on
selfies.
Mars is to help determine if the planet ever supported life in the form of microbial life. In that regard, Curiosity has been delivering, with many discoveries that are shaping how scientists view the red planet. The surface of Mars may be too harsh for life now, but scientists suspect that billions of years ago the planet had a climate similar to Earth's. There was a thicker atmosphere and an abundance of liquid water flowing into rivers and seas.
So what happened?
Liquid water is crucial for life as we understand it, so scientists think Martian life could have been sustained by substances such as organic carbon. So,
Did they say Martian life? Or maybe I misunderstood, but it sounded like he said Martian life. So, I guess I want to figure out how exactly, if Mars was like planet Earth, what happened? Did the water just dissipate? Is it closer to the sun? What happened to the water?
how has Curiosity been helping us in searching for evidence of life on Mars? Well, carbon is critical to life as far as we know, so anytime we detect a strong carbon signature somewhere like Mars, it could point to biological activity. Carbon is everywhere you can find life. However, there are different kinds of carbon. Carbon atoms have 6 protons, but the number of neutrons can vary. We refer to carbon atoms with different numbers of neutrons as isotopes. Of all carbon types, 3 isotopes occur naturally: C12, C13, and C14. The first 2 are stable, but C14 is a radionuclide. C12 has 6 neutrons, C13 has 7 neutrons, and C14 boasts 8 neutrons. C12 is the most common carbon isotope in life. It is in photosynthesis or metabolizing food. The reason is that C12 has 1 fewer neutron than
So what,
C13,
Mars does not have
meaning that when it
C12?
bonds with other atoms into molecules, it makes fewer connections than C13 does in the same situation. But why are we talking about carbon isotopes? That is because of the discovery made in the Gale crater. The Gale crater is found on Mars, and that is a place where Curiosity has been active since 2012. Scientists say that the sediment was formed through physical and chemical weathering of volcanic rocks before settling at the bottom of the lake. And there are other reasons for scientists to look at the Gale crater for signs of life. For example, the location is found to contain chemical energy sources, low acidity, and other elements apart from carbon, including oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. The rover has drilled into rocks in the crater to extract a pulverized sample, which it deposits in its onboard chemistry laboratory. The lab is known as SAM, or Sample Analysis at Mars. So what happens inside SAM?
Here
This
we
is
go.
where Curiosity employs pyrolysis to
Like,
break
what's
the
the point of doing
sample and
samples on
convert
Mars if we
it
can't get
into
it back to
methane.
space?
The pyrolysis is done in a flow of inert helium to prevent any contamination in the process. Then it studies the gas with a tunable laser spectrometer to find out which of the carbon isotopes are present in the methane. The team behind Curiosity studied 24 rock samples and discovered something huge. 6 of the samples contained increased ratios of C12 to C13. They used the C12 and C13 ratios found on Earth as a basis for comparison and realized that the sample from the Gale crater contained more than 70 parts per thousand more C12. On Earth, 98.93% of the carbon is C12 and C13.
I'm sorry. This just shows you how genius people are. They have a they have a robot on Mars who is taking samples, and inside the robot there is this setup basically that's able to break down molecules and tell you what exactly is in these rocks. And all this is being sent from there back to Earth. And so from the people from Earth are some right there operating this machine. I guess basically the machine is sending all this information back to Earth for them to break down the data. Man, this shit is above me, bro. It's above me. That's why I'm a YouTuber. This is above me, dog. That's why I'm a YouTuber, bro. That's why I'm a YouTuber. I'm not smart enough to even know how to even build a goddamn computer.
forms the remaining 1.07%. But what does this mean? Simply, if these results were obtained on Earth, they would signal that a biological process produced the abundance of C12. This is why the discovery was exciting. This is how it works on Earth. In the distant past, surface bacteria produce methane as a byproduct. These are known as methanogens, and they are prokaryotes from the archaea domain. You can still find methanogens on Earth today in anoxic wetlands, in digestive tracts of ruminants, and in extreme environments like hot springs. These bacteria produce methane that eventually ends up in the atmosphere, where it reacts or interacts with ultraviolet light. But the product of these interactions is more complex molecules that would rain down onto the Earth's surface. Once on the Earth's surface, they are preserved in rocks along with their carbon signatures. It is tantalizing to assume the same process took place on Mars, which would neatly explain Curiosity's finding in the Gale crater. Some scientists, however, have other explanations for the finding by the Curiosity rover in the Gale crater. One of them is the molecular cloud hypothesis. The idea is that the solar system passed through a molecular cloud hundreds of millions of years ago. The event is very rare, but there is evidence that it happens about one time in 100 million years. Molecular clouds are mostly made up of molecular hydrogen, but the one that we are talking about may have had a higher concentration of the type of carbon discovered by Curiosity in Gale crater. Mars would have cooled down significantly as a result of this cloud, and together with glaciation would not have allowed the molecular cloud to mix with the rest of the carbon on Mars. It would only result in the level of C12 increasing. However, the molecular cloud hypothesis remains highly unlikely, even though it is worth looking into. The second explanation involves ultraviolet light. Mars's atmosphere contains over 95% carbon dioxide, and this theory says the carbon dioxide interacted with UV light to produce new carbon-containing molecules, which would have ended up on Mars's surface via rain and be infused in rocks. You will probably note the similarity between this process and the methanogenic one. The difference is that one is completely abiotic. One way scientists are trying to establish which of the three theories is correct is by studying the carbon cycle of the red planet. But Curiosity will continue to study rock samples.
This just shows you how important water is.
And measure the carbon isotopes. And scientists will one day get a better chance to analyze the rocks of Mars when the samples collected by NASA's other rover, Perseverance, arrive on Earth. Whatever ends up being the source of the carbon isotope found by Curiosity, Musk would be personally invested in the outcome. Sure, Musk likes science, but he is interested for other reasons. He plans to colonize Mars. Musk's ambition is to see humans living permanently on Mars. He is getting ready to ship up to 1 million people to Mars, where they will start a new life. The Mars colonization is the main motive for the new Starship rocket that Musk is leading.
So what's wrong with Earth? What are these people not telling us? Because people trying to get to Mars. What the hell is happening on Earth that they're not telling us? They holding something back, bruh.
The development of the two-stage rocket has many features that will help Musk achieve his ambition. For example, it is completely reusable, which will greatly reduce the cost of launching humans and cargo into space. Cost is crucial here because many tons of supplies have to be transported from Earth to Mars. The Starship also uses fuel that is theoretically possible to produce on Mars, which will ensure there is enough fuel to send the Starship back to Earth. Musk is pushing the SpaceX crew to work around the clock to complete the Starship, which is necessary if he will meet his goal of sending the first set of humans to Mars by the middle of the decade. He plans to raise funds for the effort from SpaceX's satellite internet Starlink business. However, Mars is very harsh, and for the colonizers to survive on the planet, Musk has to do something: terraform the planet. The idea is to make Mars as habitable as the Earth, or almost. One of the main things lacking on Mars, and is a problem for humans, is a protective atmosphere. But Musk has come up with an idea that we admit is crazy: nuking the poles. Musk theorizes that blasting both poles of Mars with nuclear missiles will create artificial suns that will warm the planet, producing an atmosphere similar to the Earth's. Musk had a picture of Mars after terraforming placed in the lobby of SpaceX's facility in Texas. When this happens, the only apparatus humans will need to survive on Mars would be breathing machines. Let's hear what you think of humans living on Mars in the comments section below.
What do you guys think about that? Living on Mars when it's not really safe and not really suitable for humans? So basically, they would have to basically build facilities and bring oxygen to Mars in order for it to be inhabitable. Oh no, man. What's the catch? I mean, of course, I guess the catch is that if you walk your ass outside without a suit, you going, well, I would say die. But probably going to be worse than death. But what is it on Earth that's happening that they want to run the man more so bad? That's my question. Oh, no, yeah. Something up with this shit here, bro. But anyway, dog, hope you guys enjoy my reaction. Give your boy a thumbs up, like, share, and comment. Remember, tune in because you just never know what I'm going to upload next. Peace out.